What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with another tune from the My Boss, My Hero soundtrack, a J-drama from 2006, and forever one of my favorites, quite literally the first one I ever saw. And not only do I think it's a very heartwarming show, but it's hilarious, it's got some dramatic moments, even a bit of action here and there. So yes, if there was any show to give you a proper introduction to the genre spanning television world that is Japanese entertainment or Japanese live action dramas, this would be a great example or a great choice. And yes, the soundtrack's done by Takami Yu. We're going to listen to a track called Pure Love, which is played, I think, closer to the end of a lot of the episodes because it's a very warm and happy tune. It's a track that reflects conflict being resolved, a problem being overcome, the main characters, most specifically the main character, Makio, played by Nagase Tomoya, feeling good about what's happening, what's going on. I'm thinking of one episode in particular, I want to say like maybe episode 3, episode 4, where it plays at the end of a day and it's sort of that afternoon sun, like golden hour, where most of the sky has this orange, like pink color, and they're even commenting, they meaning Makio and a couple other of his classmates are commenting on the beauty of the sky. And the track, I think, number one, it features a number of different instruments. I want to say it has strings, it has guitar, but it also has accordion, maybe even mandolin, I'm not sure. But yeah, it just has a really warm and rich sound, which gives the feeling of having found a resolution to whatever problems are being faced. It feels like you've overcome difficulties and you're in a good place. So yeah, let's give it a listen. This is Takami Yu and the track is Pure Love from the My Boss, My Hero soundtrack 2006. Just makes me want to go hang out with the class of 3A. So yes, it is a very pleasant tune. It's warm, it's sonically pleasing, it just has a very happy sound to it, which again is exactly how it's used in the narrative, which is why it's typically heard, I think, near the end of episodes. Probably not exclusively. I'm sure there's an occasion or two over the course of the show where it's used earlier than that, but yes, it's typically found near the end of the episodes when problems have been solved and dealt with, at least for the time being, meaning it is a show where it's really one long arc story, but there's like chapters in that story that are more self-contained to the episodes, that when a problem is dealt with, there's at least something that is taken care of, even if there's still more issues along the way in the longer arc. And yes, definitely an element that I wasn't thinking about in advance, which is one of the main aspects or sonic ingredients is the harmonica. Obviously the harmonica plays a crucial role there. Both an electric and an acoustic guitar. I do think that's a mandolin. Definitely there's an organ in there, so it's got some instrumental variety. But it all is just a warm, happy place to be sonically and mentally and emotionally if you know the show. So shout out once again to Takami Yu, shout out to all the players, the actors and producers and directors for My Boss, My Hero, always a legendary show. Shout out to both Michaela and Dawn who went through it on my Patreon watch-along, which for anyone interested is still there. So you can jump in at any time and check out the classic show, which is almost 20 years old now. Crazy to think. It's almost a 20-year-old show. So yeah, perhaps I'll continue doing all the reactions from this soundtrack leading into next year, but I'm trying to think, I've probably done a little bit more than half. There's certainly a few that are like shorter and only rarely used. There's one on here, it's something, what is it? It's something rag, Rodeo Rag, which, sounds like a ragtime tune, but maybe with a bit of a Western theme. That's exactly what it sounds like, and as far as I know, it's only used one time, and it's during a dream sequence, so it's like not a central track in the soundtrack, whereas like Portrait and Theme of Boss, you hear them multiple times over the course of the series. So yeah, there's a couple that are more like obscure within the show but are part of the soundtrack. In any case, we'll go through them all eventually. Let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.